for a while, but that's a Lucas slash ZSS player. So it should be a good match, man. You can see we're getting right into it. Yeah, I think ZSS is I think Lucas might be fine in this matchup too, but ZSS makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, both of them just put up that hitbox wall. Just everything about what Wendy wants to approach with just gets completely stopped by the Zaire, by the side Bs. But Grizhawk already doing pretty much one of the main things you need to stop that, and putting out that coupoling so you force jumps out of Webb to make it so he can't really go for those as much.
The thing with Zero's too, though, is that she's such a good jumper. Like, jumping over, like, in her air mobility and how quick she is at a dash, like, moving around the Mecha Koopa is going to be kind of easy for her, but we're seeing Bowser Jr., like, say what you will about the character, even after the buffs. The advantage state is so strong. Best rapid jab in the game, too. So many good things about this character, and I mean, Grizhawk getting this far into the tournament must be quite the strong player, so I'm already liking a lot of what I'm seeing out of Grizhawk already.
Yeah, big facts on that jab and the up airs. Like, just you can reset those up airs to get multiple strings off the platform. That jab is dumb strong at the ledge, so Webb always has to be prepared for that, especially around now, 77-ish with some rage. And that forward smash is so good at catching neutral get up, and any mistake, it's gonna be stressful to fight.
I think this is going to be one of those matches, and obviously the first stock means a lot no matter what characters you're playing as, but the way these guys are playing, like, being able to sit back and not approach is going to be so important. You see a couple up smashes trying to find the first KO. Bowser Jr. going to get, I think that was a headshot. It was hard to say, but either way, I don't know if it kicked the cart or kicked the head, because obviously if you kick the Koopaling, it does a little more knockback, but...
Yeah, it was a headshot. I just saw it pass by on the Twitch stream there, and it caught at the ledge by Grizhawk. Grizhawk, like, both of them have really been going for a lot of up smash in, like, on shield interactions. Both right there, there's another one. They've both been pretty preemptive about swinging there. I want to see who is the first one to adjust. Grizhawk just getting a grab going straight to 68 off that up air string you mentioned before, and almost dying to that forward smash.
Dude, that up air string too, I love how Grizhawk hit the first up air, got his jumps back by landing on the platform, then continued and was able to get an extra up air for his efforts. Great job extending his combo. There's the rapid jabs coming out too. WebbJP taking a lot of damage, dude.
I can't believe that Grizhawk was able to beat out the jab. Like, that frame one jab is so good on DSS, but because of the multiple clanks, it kind of messed things up, and then they punish one of the few opportunities you get to punish DSS on the whiff grab.
Okay, a lot of punishes coming out here. Look at the up airs. It's the Juggle City, man. ZSS still so good at it. Grizhawk seems to be a little bit of an air dodger. I get it. Especially against Zero Suit. Like, you kind of got to get, especially on Wi-Fi. Like, it's really hard to react to Zero Suit jumping and up air you. Up air? Oh, okay. I love the idea of stalling, going for the up air, and looking for a back air combo afterwards and just trying to cross him up. Roll. Yep. Up B. Nice job. Well, that's the correct counterplay, 100%.
Absolutely. Just, like, you got to know that you can get through that right there. And I think you said it really well with Webb, too. Like, Webb was consistently going for those up airs and then decided to go for a reset option to try and, like, read something bad on defense. Because you pointed it out. It's a lot of air dodges. Everybody's afraid to try and land against ZSS.
Dude, you gotta be scared of this character. If you're not, there's something wrong. You don't understand how the character works if you're not afraid of her.
You're big boy bugging if you think that you can just freely land against ZSS.
Very vulnerable. Yep, on the landing. Could have got a punish, but instead whipping out the jab. That was smart. Grizhawk. Okay. I was like, he knows he's not grabbing the ledge, right? Because that was still late upbeat, but it worked out. WebbJP staying alive here. Grizhawk on the hunt, though. Looking to go air to air here. Controlling the ground with the Mecha Koopa. Let's see what he's got.
I actually really like what Grizhawk did there, too. You saw that Grizz was kind of, like, willing to box for a second because you have percent advantage. It's like, okay, it's okay to trade, but gets the whip. There's so much knockback on that side B, especially if you don't hit it too much. It was nice and fresh. And Grizz taking that game one against Webb in a matchup that, on paper, you look at that, it's like, all right, ZSS is going to be able to wall this character out well. But it's still those unfamiliar matchups that can throw somebody off, at least in the first round.
This transition always messes with me, dude. I feel like I took my glasses off. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I can't see. Is that ZSS? Like,
I got glasses recently, and now that I'm wearing them and staring at this, it's like, man, why?
If you take them off, you can see perfectly. Like, if you take your vision down to 0, you can see the background perfectly.
Yo, facts. Like, honestly, I'm really impressed by Grizhawk. Like, I saw Grizz playing in winners before, able to take on a couple of really strong contenders. In matchups, too, that, like, would definitely work in the favor of somebody who wants to box against a character who wants to stay up in front. Got a really interesting stage spike off of Meta Main to end that set before, but Meta Knight definitely seems like one of those characters, like, all right, it's going to stay in your face a lot. It's kind of hard to, like, set up your traps. I think we might possibly see a smaller stage if Webb decides to stay with the ZSS. Otherwise, if we stay on the wider range, we're going to see the ZSS stay. I think we're probably seeing a switch to a smaller stage here, maybe triplats.
Yeah, triplats with ZSS too. Just, I mean, that's always been a recipe for success. So let's see, maybe small battlefield. I feel like small battlefield is in such an interesting situation for the type of stage it is. Like since it came out during like the COVID era, because you can't like really test it out offline. So I feel like people just kind of like it and go with it. But we're gonna see PS2 bigger stage actually. I don't know if he's gonna try to get something out. WebbJP is gonna be looking to get something out of his burst movement and momentum. Because ZSS, even though the stage is bigger, she can still carry you from coast to coast easily and steal your stocks. So, and she still has power at the ledge. Like, it's all going to work out for him. So, I think he just wanted to try to give more time to react and space out the neutral a little bit.
Yeah, running it back definitely kind of threw me off for a second. I mean, also, Webb is one of the few ZSSs that ever intentionally go to FD. So, I guess he's kind of a little bit more comfortable with the full range. Didn't really think there was too many mistakes. Just caught off guard on landings. But, like, Grizz is really like going away from the zoning setup this time for like traps, is kind of staying in Webb's face, and I really like the adjustment here from Webb, kind of recognizing that early.
Center stage, looking for that forward. Honestly, like, I feel like more Bowser Jr. should just throw out that forward smash, because it is hard to punish unless you really anticipate it. No one wants to mess with it either, because the hitbox is so big. So I don't hate that idea at all. Holding down center stage is gonna be big. Bopping him on the head with a hammer, the old Home Depot. Here we go. Okay, the timing was perfect on that. The legend really just ran out.
Oh my goodness, the option coverage, and then closing it out with that back air too, forcing the higher recovery after the neutral B shot with the cannonball, baiting out the fact that, you know, Webb is gonna have to go for the flip kick there, and then still covering it at the end. That was almost just, the up B was almost disgusting, but still a great job closing it out.
As a high-level player, you gotta know how to contest Zero Suit when she's trying to recover. I know it seems impossible because flip jump is such a strong option, but once you can start beating Zero Suits in their flip jump, you really put it in their heads and make them nervous, because, and I've said this on other streams before, once you get rid of flip jump from Zero Suit, her recovery is not great. Like, her jump isn't that amazing, and neither is her up B. Like, she doesn't, you know what I mean? Tether's good, obviously, she has some mix-ups, but flip jump is like the key, like the focal point, basically, of her recovery and disadvantage state. So take that away, man. You're taking a lot off her table, and it hurts.
Yeah, it's like the OG Marth Fair from ledge. Like, if you know they're gonna do it, you know it's coming. Yeah. So you need to just continuously condition them out of it. You saw right there, Grizhawk like baited the idea of going low, and the stage spike. You force the low recovery after you decide to go out there and try and catch that jump, and then just clip that two frame with the cannon. That's just so stress inducing. How do you navigate around that?
His pressure at the ledge and Zero Suit trying to recover has been the story of Game 2 so far. Obviously, WebbJP not out of it yet. He's trying to write his own story, a comeback story, actually, in fact. Taking center stage, the good back air. Oh, I said good back air, damn it. But it actually was, because it established center stage and was a well-placed one. So here we go. WebbJP, he's got to be careful here too, AJ, because this could, Bowser Jr. can rack up the damage quick.
Yeah, we saw that 68% string earlier, and you know, I'll definitely, from the years of what we've seen, we know better than to ever count out a ZSS. It is just a terrible idea.
Yeah.
You always have that kill power. You have the ability to dip and dodge around pretty much everything. There's this retreating side B. Like, this is kind of where you pump the brakes. You got to slow down and play a bit more defensive and force Grizz to make a mistake. And looking right there for the roll tech away, but Grizz seeing through that, luckily able to hold on to that stock.
I totally agree, especially because not only do you have the stock lead here, but you have the game lead too. I think control the ground with the Mecha Koopa and chill. Look at, he keeps approaching too. Like, he just ran up and grabbed a couple times. I don't know if it was a hard call out. Didn't get caught by the flip jump right there either. Side B, nice. That's exactly what you want to do with the lead, is snip out these KO options that are being thrown out, like that up smash, and get a punish on them, because that your opponent might start getting desperate. And WebbJP, though, he's brought this one back, AJ. And like you said, you can't count out ZSS ever. Ever. We've seen it a million times in our region, obviously, but all over the map, you just can't count her out.
Yeah, like, there's always the great equalizer. I mentioned it pretty much every set, but the nair to flip kick at the ledge is always something you have to watch out for. The ability for ZSS to go off stage, you still always have to account for that. Like, Grizz definitely knows 100% what they're doing in terms of navigating around, like, getting edge guarded. But if you get hit and you free fall off of that, oh no, heavy commitment. But no hard punish from Grizz. So that actually gives Webb a second chance.
I think in that case, you just take whatever damage you can get. You don't need to get the KO right there. Obviously, it's the best, but I feel like you got to do something. I think Grizz just kind of froze 100%. Either way, this is WebbJP's opportunity to make this comeback happen. Let's see what he's got. Oh boy, that was so close.
Yeah, another figure, you know, another answer. Oh, you gotta watch out for that. That's the same option earlier that caught MetaMain off guard and ran the game back. Oh, falling out of that side B too. That could have been really good stage positioning. It probably wouldn't have killed there, but that would have forced another edge guard. And I like the idea. Just go to center stage. What's the oh no, what's the option in the untackable at that too? Webb consistently has been holding on the stage a bit longer as the set progressed because he just kept getting called out on that flip jump. And Grizz gonna take it at 2-0 over Webb.
I love that option coverage because it puts the very active, explosive cart at the ledge, but also he's going up high to recover a high recovery from the flip jump with Wendy herself. So kind of covering two fronts there and at least threatening two different positions. And he did that a couple times. That was really, really nice. Well done by Grizz, dude. Moving on 2-0 because that is best of 3, right? Yeah.
Yep, yeah, that was best of 3. Moving on into the bottom end of losers top 8, we'll be playing against Crux6. I believe I said that right. Who's going to be playing what looks like Robin and some Cloud. So that's going to be an interesting one for sure. I get the feeling we're probably going to see Robin since that's what I've seen mostly out of here, especially because it's another character that just kind of